Okay. So, hi, good evening, everyone. Please confirm that you can see me. I'm going to have to join from. Oh, I can see people already here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to be taking you on this particular masterclass. I don't know why my phone just went off, but I'm super, super glad to be taking you on this masterclass. And I'm so excited because it's going to definitely be as interactive as possible. I pretty much know that a lot of us here are very happy to learn about investing, learn about getting better with your finances, and all of those sweet gist, right? And that is what I have for you today, right? So let me see. Let me see. Try again. So I think a lot of people are getting the error message. But yes, we're live, live, live. I want to see everybody right here, right now. So if you have a friend, you know a friend that's supposed to be here, that's supposed to learn about how to get better with their money, then this is the right place. I'm going to try and ensure that we do not spend more than an hour here, right? And I'm going to do well to let you know to confirm when you can see my screen. It's very, very important that you can see my screen because I would want us to. Oh, okay, that was an error. So I want us to have this class really interactive. So first things first, before we even go into can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I want to know where you're joining in from. There's a chat box. I want to know where you are joining in from. I want to know what your expectations are. So you saw a very pretty looking flyer that said, "Hey, come and learn how to do better with passive income. Come and learn how you are going to earn more money without even having to work more, without even having to stress yourself, right? So I want to know what your expectations are. I know that I'm using an app, and so my communication is a bit delayed, so I'm going to wait a bit. So let me know where you're joining in from. Let me know what your expectations are. Let me know what you're looking forward to learning from today's webinar. I can see a lot of people are now joining in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good evening, Taiwo. Good evening, Rolly. Good evening, Priscilla. Good evening, Myro. Yo. Good evening, everyone. So let me know where you're joining in from, and let me know what your expectations from today's webinar is going to be. And I'm trying to ensure that everybody is up to speed, everybody's up to date. Let me see. So, oh, fantastic. This is the wrong one. How did I not notice? Okay, yes. Either ways, good evening, good evening, good evening. I've still not gotten responses from people where you're joining in from. I want to be sure that you can hear me live. See, I want to have a conversation with you. I'm not here to teach you and then just run away, right? That's not what we do here. That is not how we roll, right? So yes. So there are people from Lagos, Enugu, beautiful, fantastic. So this is the point where I ask, can you see my screen? Are you sure you can see my screen? Can I go ahead? Can I start? Right. So let me know when you can see my screen and if I can go ahead to start because I want to be sure that everybody is carried along, right? I want to be sure that every single person is carried along. So Paul says yes. It's the only Paul I'm going to be talking to today. Where I come from, we respond to people, right? As long as you can hear, there is a chat where you would respond, right? So I want responses, guys. If not, I'll just close my laptop and be going home, oh, right? Okay, so I'm getting a lot of yeses. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, beautifully, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm super excited to be taking you on this particular journey, this particular conversation. It's very important to me. It's very important that as many people as possible get better with their finances and know what to do with their money part time, right? And that is why I'm having this conversation on passive income. So I know that a lot of people work. If you don't even work, you have like a side hustle or something, money is coming in from somewhere. But do you know that you can do better with what you currently have. You can actually be better with what you currently have without having to stress yourself too much, without having to step outside of the box, right? So very important for conversations like this, whereby you can learn how to build another income stream where you don't have to actually be actively working. So I'm going to also have to do like a bit of introduction about myself so you can understand why I'm qualified to talk to you about this, how I've been able to do this by myself, and other people that I know that have been able to do better with their finances and do better with their money. So I'm going to be taking you on this particular masterclass and how we can move from point A to point B to earning more money without having to do extra work, right? Without having to do extra work. So pretty much I've gotten a few answers. I did ask a question though. So if you can hear me right in time, like live, let me know what your expectation is from this particular webinar so that we'll be sure that by the end of the webinar we're asking each other, did you get anything? Was it what your 30, 40, 45 minutes, right? So quickly, welcome to this webinar. And at the end of this particular session, I'm very, very sure that you have the knowledge and the tools, the right information to make smarter money decisions for yourself to win in 2025. So this is going to be a very short session, like I mentioned at the beginning. We're going to keep the time. We're just 6 minutes in, and in an hour, on the hour mark, we're going to be out of here. So make sure that you're in a quiet place, out of distraction. I'm in a quiet room. I'm the only one in my room. I'm ensuring that there is no noise. You can hear me loud and clear. Get yourself an earpiece if you have noise in your background, if you have distractions. It's a Sunday evening, right? Ensure that you have a notepad. Very important. Be a very serious student today, right? You're going to learn something that is going to transform your money for good. And most importantly, take note of your questions. So I really love when people ask questions. It means that you're following, and it means that you're ensuring that all of the things in your head that you say, oh, I think she has answered this one. There's something else that is being answered, something that you're questioning, right? So a little bit about me in like 2 minutes. I began making money in primary school as far back as primary four. That was when I made my first money, like when I actually sold, bought and sold, and I made money. And it has been an upward journey up until now. I'm someone who is naturally inclined to save money. I love to save money. I'm thinking about saving money every moment of the day. So if you want to gift me money, just be sure that you know that I'm going to save money from that money that you have gifted me, right? And one of the reasons why there is your personal finance girl is because I had experienced some setbacks, I'd made some mistakes, and I realized that a lot of people like myself were making those same mistakes. And I thought to myself, if someone had told me not to do this thing, would you have done it? Oh yes, I wouldn't have. So why would not be the someone to somebody else so that we're not making the same set of mistakes that are pretty much avoidable, right? And most importantly, I when I figured this out, I was able to help family and friends. People would ask me questions, I'd answer, I'd see the results, and it was just like a win-win. And I decided that it was time to go public. Then there's so many of you here that I now call cousins. There's so many of you that don't know me from Adam, but you're going to be learning from me. You're going to be getting value from what I would be saying from time to time, right? So this is one of the reasons why I founded Your Personal Finance Girl, which is now a digital first educational platform that teaches people about personal finance. So when you think about your personal money, you're thinking about your personal finance girl that is going to help you get better with your finances. And now the beautiful thing about my journey is that when I made my mistake, when I was coming back, I came back strong, right? I started with just 5,000 naira. Please, what can 5,000 naira do for you in this day and time? Please answer me in the comments. Is it to buy shawarma, buy 1 week worth of data, buy yourself some water, buy yourself a lotion, perfume? Just let me know, right? What can 5K do for you currently? That is the amount of money I started my investing with just 5,000 naira. And I've been doing this for well over 7 years now. And I can tell you for free that I have grown. I now have different sort of investments in different asset classes that are both tangible and not tangible. So think about, I also love to ask, like, if you know things that are tangible, what are tangible things? Those are things that you can see. What are those examples? What are things that you cannot see? What are those examples? I have them. Think about it. I currently have it. And I do not hoard information because it's very important for everybody to get financially literate so we can live a better life. We can lead a better life for ourselves, right? And my current investment portfolio is well over in 10 sorry, 8 figures, right? Yeah, 8 figures. My current portfolio is now over 8 figures. And this is something I started with 5K that um Araroswar says would buy you lunch, right? I did not start with 1 billion. I did not start with 1 million. I did not start with 100K. I started with 5,000. So just so you know, wherever you are, wherever you're starting from, it is a good time to start your investing journey. It's a good time to get better with your finances. It's a good time to take a bet on yourself that, oh, this life, me, Stephen, me, Myro, me, so I am not going to settle for less. I'm going to do better with my finances and build that wealth, that life that I want to live for myself, right? If you're not taking anything from that, please remember this one. And what is to come? So I'm going to have this conversation today in just three brackets. And the first one is to ensure that you know the three type of passive income you should have as a person. Okay, this thing is not making me see properly, but yeah, to know that there's nothing wrong with starting small, and you can build your passive income portfolio. You can build yourself extra source of income from little things that you probably would have been taking note of previously but not implemented, but you don't even know what to do, right? And then I'm going to also be telling you some things that you think, I think I should have even started from. There's so many things that you believe that are absolutely wrong. See, they are completely, totally wrong. And just before we go on, I want to know the people I'm talking to, right? So this is for you if you're a beginner. This is for you if you know that at this point in your life you want to do better, you want to earn more money without doing more work, you want to get financial security. And this is coming from a place where, oh, I want more from life. I want more from my finances. I want to be better. I want to be able to know what I'm doing with my money, right? And you need to know, okay, what are the things I'm supposed to do? What are the tools I'm going to do? What are the steps I'm going to take? But most importantly, I think the most important one for me is that you are committed to learning. See, there are a lot of things I wouldn't have done. There are a lot of things a lot of people wouldn't have done. In fact, most of the innovations that we have right now in this age and time, if people did not learn, we would not have them. So it pretty much applies to your finances, right? So why does this conversation we're having today matter? Do you know that the average salary, like everybody who earns salary, does not double? Like it hasn't doubled in the last 10 years. So there are people who have been earning the same amount of money for 5 years. There are people who earn the same amount of money for 6 years. So when you do when you do what's it called, when you do the stats, when you check the stats, salaries don't just double. In fact, in the last 10 years, salaries in Nigeria have not doubled. But guess what has tripled? Who can tell me what has tripled? Tell me something you know has tripled in the last, what's 10 years? In the last 2 years, tell me something you know has tripled in price. I want to be sure that you're with me. Let me see comments in the chat. As soon as I see one comment, we're moving on. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Make use of the chat. Bag of it's not even up to 10 years. Bag of rice has tripled in price. I remember not long ago, bag of rice was 8K. I remember when it got to 20K. Guess how much it is now? 80,000 naira. Let's not even go to food item. The price of food has tripled. So if you know that this thing is affecting you, then you want to stay in this conversation, right? And by 2027, that's in another 2 years, a lot of young people would be expected to work informally. This is because So many jobs are being coupled together. So many jobs are being um what's it called, squeezed together, in the sense that one person now they say, oh, I need a social media manager, nalayo, they want VA, they want content, they want your blood. Many young people in Nigeria will be working informally because there is now, oh, let me just look for something to do, let me just get a side hustle, let me just keep myself going, right? Because I cannot stay in one place forever. And the last thing that I figured when I was preparing for this class was that 4.5% of Nigerians, only 4 point, do you know how large we are in Nigeria? There are over 200 million of us and only 4.5, so less than 20% of people invest in income generating assets. So everybody, like the chunk of people in our country, the chunk of people in our locale are literally eating all the money they are making. That is the simplest thing. Eating all the money that they are making. And I do not want you to be among that stat. For you to be here alone, first of all, you are no longer in that stat. You are not. So this is the point where I'm going to be asking a question, right? This is the point where I'm going to be asking a question. What will happen if you fall sick and cannot work for 2 months and money is coming and no money is coming in? Would you be able to survive? Would you be able to survive? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I need to use this other device. I'm checking. I'm checking the chat. What will happen if you fall sick and cannot work for 2 months? You're the one taking care of yourself. You're the one paying your bills. What is going to happen? Are you going to be able to survive? Are you going to have enough money? Are you going to have enough money to live through the whole session, to live through the whole period? Not at all. And then I think the next question I really want to ask you, think about it for yourself. Have you ever had a month where your bill, like all the things you had to buy, all the things you had to pay for, were more than your income? So the salary that you probably earned or whatever you earned was more than your income. Yes, someone says yes. And this is a, oh, let's reject it first, God forbid moment. If your job ended tomorrow, how long will you survive on your current savings? If your job ended tomorrow, how long will you survive on your current savings? Sarah has managed in less than 2 weeks. See, it happens to the best of us. In fact, this thing you just said, Iremide, it happens to majority of people. Like, in, let's see, for some people, I think I was talking to my colleague um I think 2 months ago. And it was like, you see that day that the alert came inside, that was the day my salary finished. Like, he only did like 2 transactions and it was over, right? He only did 2 transactions and it was over. The money was gone. So if you know that you've found yourself in this situation, just tell yourself the truth, and you want to sit tight to the end of this session. Okay, so moving on quickly, there are three types of passive income, and each type of passive income is not going to work for everybody. So, each type of passive income is not going to work for everybody. So, currently, let me use an example. I think I'm going to have to I'm going to have to use myself as an example at every point in time at this point, so that you can know that okay, there's somebody, right? And then I'll chip in for details I can give for other people I have had to work with, so that you know, okay, this is how these things work, right? First things first, there are different type of passive income you can have. Number one I've put on the list is asset-based passive income. So this means that, or rather, We all know what passive income is. I just realized I didn't. Passive income is money that you generally do not have to work for. Like you don't have to actively work for it. So at some point in time, you've done the work already, or you put minimal effort and then you're earning. So there's something called active income. Active income is the kind of income you earn from like your 9 to 5 that you're doing. If you're a freelancer, from all of the gigs that you get, that is your major source of income. Those are active incomes, and you literally have to work. When you work, you get the money. When you work, you get the money. That's active income. But you see, passive income, you don't have to work in the moment to earn. You do not have to work in the moment to earn from passive income. What you have to do is do the work previously and then earn, do the work periodically and then earn, right? So whether you keep working or not, when you've set up your system for your passive income, you would always get it. And this is a game changer because normally, if you have a job, if you don't go to work tomorrow, they will remove your salary, they will cut it, right? So it is not just for, oh, I want to. Passive income is not that, oh, I want to work, I want to work. It's for your peace of mind. So that you can wake up one day or plan yourself, calculate the math, and say, okay, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, I no longer have to work. I will see that money is going to come in to meet me. Right? So it's not just things that we imagine, it's things that is currently happening. And just in case you're looking for a would I say example, this is somebody here telling you, right? So many people think that passive income is a scam. Passive income does not work, that you need a lot of money to do passive income. And that is a very big myth that I'm going to be breaking today. Like, it is a very big fat lie that we've been told, that you always have to work for your money. Yes, you will work for the money, but you don't have to put in your sweat at every single point in time. So that's why I said there are three different types, and then you can choose the one that works for you. So when you're talking about asset-based passive income, this is the one that, oh, you invest money so that the money will bring me more money. So it includes you investing in things like mutual funds that would always give you what they call that, and that always give you interest. It includes things like you investing in dividend paying stock. Probably you have enough money to go into real estate that can be giving you rent. Let's say you do this short let thingy, you're getting weekly rent, daily rent, and all of those kind of things, right? And or you decide that you want to go into agriculture, so you pump in money into a particular project, and as time goes on, during season, off seasons, you sell off your stock. On season, you pack in money. Those are things you just work for that period and then it's gone. But it is dependent on an asset, right? It is dependent on something. It could be stock, it could be real estate, it could be mutual fund, it could be dividend paying. It is dependent on something. And the beautiful thing about this asset based passive income is that you can start with as little as 5,000 naira. You don't need a lot of money, right? So let's say you want to invest in dividend paying stocks, or you want to invest in REITs, right? You can start with as little as 5K. You don't need a lot of money. And as time goes on, you're going to build it, because the goal is, after a period of time, you don't want to be working anymore. In fact, I feel like everybody's goal here, one general goal that everybody can actually have, is that we all do not want to work forever. Me, I don't want to work forever. I want to, very soon, I'm going to be a soft girl. I'm going to be stretching my leg on one beach somewhere, in one island somewhere in the world, right? So you have to have these building blocks. And then there's another one, which could be product based passive income. So you could have like a skill, you could have a knowledge. Let's say you're a customer service rep, and you've noticed that a few of people in your circle are looking for another thing to transition into, are looking for another job to get into. What is one thing that you can do? What is one thing that they can do? Oh, they you already have like 5 years of experience, or you have 10 years of experience in customer service. You can write a book. When you write a book, you are doing the active work there and there. That is the work you do. It could take you a year. In fact, I know someone who it took them 3 years to write a book. Do you know that that book is now one of the best-selling books in Europe? That person took 3 years to write one book, right? So the person did the work. He took his time. But do you know how much this person has racked in millions in pounds? See, who knows what exchange rate is saying in pounds? Who knows what exchange rate is saying in pounds? This person has clocked millions. So just imagine the person um the person sold only 1 million, and it took the person 3 years to write this book and 1 year to sell this 1 million worth of books. This person has literally made 250,000 pounds every single year from doing the work up front. Tell me if that is not something you'll be interested in. You could even go as far as doing templates. Let's use our customer service rep as an example again. Oh, what are the things you are supposed to know? What are the etiquettes to picking calls? What are the etiquettes to responding to emails? How do you pacify people? You can put this all into a product and sell to people. Guess what? Once you have done that work once, whether it takes you 3 years, like that person I'm referring to, actually a popular YouTuber, whether it takes you 3 years, like the person I'm referring to, or it takes you 1 week, or it takes you 1 day. Thank God there's AI now. Thank God there are people that now offer these skills to people. Guess what is going to happen? Once you have published that work and once sales starts coming in, Lobaton, you are good. You know, when you say somebody is good, you are good, good. That is what I'm telling you about. Right? So you could sell courses, you could sell books, you could sell templates, you see anything you feel like selling at this point in time, you can sell it. There's TikTok, there is YouTube, there's Instagram, there's LinkedIn. So you guys, if you're sleeping on LinkedIn, wake up and go and be talking on LinkedIn. Let them know what you can do. That is for people who want to do product-based businesses, right? And let's even do the math. Oh, I don't want to sell something. I think this thing is easy. There's a template that I know. If you're a graphic designer, what are the things that you're supposed to do? What are the courses you're supposed to take? As a graphic designer, you want to become a graphic designer, you compile it into like a 50-page stuff or a 100-page stuff, and you put it together and you're like, I want people to be able to afford it, and you decide to sell it 1,000 naira. Multiply 1,000 naira by 1,000 people buying that thing. Who wants to help us do the math? You're just selling that your graphics design checklist book 1k, and 1,000 people buy it. That is sweet 1 million naira that you did the work for 2 weeks. You did the work for 1 week. You did the work for 1 month to put together, and you're making 1 million. So you see, when all those people tell you that, I made 10 million in 1 day. Now lie you. It took them a longer period, but when the sales came in, that was the amount that they made. That is just a simple thing. Or let's just say, I think that 1k is too small. Now, why do you like small money? You decide to make your checklist or you make your template 5k, and you sell this thing of 5k to 1,000 people. Only 1,000 people bought it. Guess how much you made? 5 sweet million naira. This is the passive income we are talking about. You do the work first. You do the work for a period, not every day, not forever in your life, like the work that you are doing for your oga at the office, and you get to earn forever. Or is it people that are doing Amazon KDP, whereby they publish either low content book, mid content book, or high content book, and just drive traffic to the page, and they make sweet money. They are not involved with printing, they are not involved in distribution. Amazon does all of the work for them, and they make their profits. These are product based ways for you to make passive income free of charge. It is not rocket science. It is not something that you have to go and then check under the seventh C in the Kinikon, or go inside one place to go and learn how to do it. These are things that are already at your beck and call. These are things that are already at your front. And how do you do it? By identifying what people need and packaging it. Identify what people need. Oh, my reels are not going viral. What will make my reels go viral? Oh, I need a hook. I need a CTA. Teach them how to do it. Can you see? And you're like, oh, no, I don't want to do this one. There are other ways for you to make passive income. And the last but not the least on my list, it is service-based one. So when I was growing up, right, I said business in primary 4. and it was a product based business. It required that I had to make I had to buy product, sell it, and I'll make a margin of it. Buy product, sell it, and I'll make a margin. And me, I'm a salt girl, cannot be carrying load up and down. You will not catch me. You will not catch me hawking load, right? So what did I do? I found my strength. I found my strength in service based businesses. And how does that work? If you are good with talking to people, you have a lot of friends, you have a very big WhatsApp audience. In your When you were an undergrad, the whole world knew you. You are sitting on gold mine. You are sitting on a gold mine. How? You can literally just have a page where you sell other people's products. So, oh, while PFG is doing something, who am I going to? Victoria, I want to make some passive income, money that I'm not going to like really work for. What do I do? I go and get an affiliate link from YPFG. I send it to my community and wait for them to buy. When anybody from my community buys what YPFG is selling, what do? I make money. What did I just do? I just linked them up. Simple. Nothing that It's not that deep. It's not that serious. What is the work you did there? The only work you did there was taking the link, sharing the information. Opari, is that too hard for anybody to do? Is that too hard for anybody to do? Being a liaison for partnerships, being a liaison for sponsorships, sharing affiliate links. When you make a when a deal comes through because you were the connector, you make money. And what would you use to make this money? Your current community, your current you being a person of yourself. You're not changing yourself, you're not doing anything differently. You as a person, you're just on your own, right? And how exactly do I now know which one fits me? Number one thing you want to ask yourself is, do I have money? If you have money, do you know the one that you should go and do? Just carry yourself to asset based, what's it called? Asset based passive income. Buy stocks, buy bonds, buy treasury bills, buy mutual funds, and make cool cash whenever these things yield interest. Oh, if I don't have money, what should I do? Do I have skills? Am I good at something? Carry yourself and go to product based. When you create your product, distribute it, let people know about it. You're making sweet cash. This does not in any way interrupt what your current income is. It doesn't in any way interrupt what you're currently doing with yourself. Do I have an audience? Do I have a community? Do people know me? Ah, I don't have skill. I don't have money. Let me go and do service based. Let me get affiliate links. Let me become a liaison and let me link up people that need information with each other and make sweet money. You're not doing anything different from what you currently have. And do you know the beautiful thing about you building yourself passive income? You don't have to have all these three skills. You don't have to do all of them at the same time. Even me, gone self, I don't do all of them at the same time because I don't want to kill myself. Like I said, I don't like stress. So I've figured what works for me and I've picked. So now that you are listening to me, can you search yourself and find out what works for you? I want to see your comments in the chat. What currently works for you? Which of these things do you think you have currently? Do you have a skill? Do you have an urgent? Do you have money? Any of this would work for you. Any of this will get you passive income, right? You just need one. You just need one. Same way I'm waiting for one person to comment. Product based, beautiful. It's as simple as that. And when you're thinking, the math will be something that would always keep you going. Because when you know that, oh, once I produce this thing, it is of high quality, it's of high value, people would always come for it. People would always come for it. Take it for free. Take it from me for free. I've seen it happen over and over again from people close to me, from people far from me. I've seen it happen way too much, right? So one thing that I want you to take away from this this conversation is there's something out there. There's something out there that would work for you. And one thing that you also want to look out for, let's say you're currently listening, you're not sure, okay, which of these things work for me. Is there something people always ask you question about? Is there something people always ask you question about? Is there something that you just realize that one person in church has asked me, one person at home has asked me, somebody else has asked me? Is there something people ask you question about? That is one way to know where you fit into. Another thing is you want to also check, have I ever made money from something? Like, okay, oh, I did this and I made money from it. You don't have to repeat the process over and over again, but you made money. And then another thing, another important one is, do you know where your money is sleeping? Do you know where your money, one idle thing, where your money is just sitting down doing nothing? Do you know? So let's go to the next part, which is we're done with the first part of this conversation, and I want to show you how you can start small, because a lot of you people think that for me to do anything, for me to do anything in this life, oh, if I don't start with 1 million there'll be a problem. If I don't start with 10 million, there'll be a problem. I'm here to beg you people, please. Don't put yourself under undue pressure. Don't put yourself under undue stress. Do not limit your growth potential just because you're waiting on an unrealistic standard that you have put on yourself. It's not worth it. you can actually you can actually get better with what you are doing currently. You can actually do better. You can actually grow from where you are. It doesn't matter the current situation where you are. I'm telling you for free. See, I'm a regular Nigerian like you who is also living in Nigeria, so I know all these things I'm saying. I have been there. I literally know all of these things I'm saying, right? So I'm not coming to sell you a vision that is not possible, or something that I have not tried before, right? So how exactly do I start small and scale as time goes on? You can start with small amount. Let's say you want to do the service, the asset based, which is the first example I gave, is that you can actually start with small amounts. Let's say 10K, let's say 5K. You just have to start one way or the other so that you can prove to yourself that, oh, this thing is working. Some of you tell me that, oh, I don't have spare money, I don't have spare 5K, but you have money for data, right? You have money for data, but you don't have spare 5K to set yourself up for life. I'm looking at you people. Some of you tell me, oh, I don't have time. If you do not have time, then you can opt for something like the skill based one or the asset based one. So you need to take yourself out of that point where you're telling yourself, oh no, this thing would not work. Oh no, this thing is not working. No, it is working. It will work. You're the one that would carry yourself from point A to point B. So why are you downplaying your abilities? 5K in a mutual fund, 5K in a high yield savings account, 5K in a dividend yielding stock, 5K in a, like, it is that simple. So you're thinking, oh, I want to do product. You can spend 1 hour on Saturday. People that will say I don't have time. On Saturday, take 1 hour, take 2 hours, do research. Next week, move to the next stage. Start writing. The next week, start editing. The next week, go out for reviews. So once you shall take the first step, I tell you for free, you're going to go very, very, very far and very fast. Very far and very, very fast. So passive income, in all honesty, is actually you building systems. So it's not that you must do the work every single point in time. You're building yourself systems oh, when I do A, the ripple effect is that by Z I'm going to get XYZ. But if you do not do A, B, C, will you get to XYZ? No. It's not miracle. It starts with very, very intentional small steps. And I know that some of you will be listening here, and then you're already rolling your eyes. But I don't do. See, I had a client who actually started investing with 10,000 naira. By the next month, she looked around, what would owing her money? She went to 100K. By the next month, she was like, oh, I want to start a business. And she continued building. By the eighth month, she was already earning interest from dividend paying stocks that was able to sort out her bills, that was able to sort out her smallest bill. We're already in year three. I cannot tell you those numbers anymore. I can't tell you the number because even me is heavy in my mouth. Just imagine she didn't start with that 10K. Just imagine she didn't move to the 100K. What's going to happen? And I can remember vividly that I saw a post on a creator's page who said, oh, we're just having a random conversation. And we're like, oh, what is the most random way you ever made money? And somebody said, oh, they had made almost $5,000 from selling a spreadsheet. How many of us use Google here? The same spreadsheet that we have on our phone, somebody created something and has made over $5,000 from selling the same thing, So you don't start by being ready. You don't start by having it all figured out. You don't start by knowing exactly what the end goal is. You start by taking action and building the right systems for yourself. So let's even do, okay, how exactly can I start? What exactly can I do? You can start saving. Start saving money. Start investing that money. Start buying that mutual fund. Start buying that dividend investing. Go and figure out what exactly your money can do for you. What can 50K do for you? Can it buy stocks? Can it sponsor a small event? Can it help you to create a digital product? Find out what that small amount of money you have in your account can do for you and put it in the right place. And once you create value once, I promise you, I'm telling you for free, it would always bring in more money. See, there's no way that's it. Oh, I don't even know how to say it. There's nothing you are looking for that you will not see. There's nothing you're looking for that you would not see. And then I know that a lot of you would say, oh, uh-uh. But if I start with small money, I will not make money now. Oh, I've not finished this slide. So for those of us that have product that are inclined to the product aspect, there is the part where you can use your skill set to create digital stuff. You can make products, digital products, automate them. That, like I said again, create systems. Once you create systems, it's just going to be like a rinse and repeat process for you. And then you can actually even partner with other people. That's the service based part. That's one thing I've been hammering on. You don't have to do everything by yourself. I have an audience. I know people that are interested in this thing. Go ahead and make money from it. They don't tell you that you must work 9 to 5 from the year 25 you get your first job to year 65 when you retire. No, we are not those people. For you to be in this conversation, you are not among those people that will sit down and walk their back out and break their back. You're not. So partner with people. Look in your circle. Who is doing something? How can I connect with this? In fact, let me even tell you something very funny that happened. Like I think it was people that was okay, no, Victoria, that was shouting about LinkedIn. I made a post on LinkedIn, and then someone reached out to me. The proposition was very simple. Oh, I see you know how to do this thing. This is what I have. Come and join me. When we make money, we split the money. That would, if I go and do that, guess what? I'm only going to be doing the work once, and I'm going to be making my money over and over again. Think about it. This is why I said you have to reach out to people in your circle, find out who is doing what, how can I contribute, what's in it for me, is it going to take my time, can I use it as an extra income stream? And if you're tired of doing it, after a while, you move on, close that chapter of your life, move on to the next thing. Are you following me? Are you following me? I want to be sure that you're following me. So I wrote out a few things that a lot of us believe. See, I've worked with thousands of people at this rate, and I keep getting the same thing over and over again. Where I'll be like, oh, if I don't have a lot of money, I cannot do it. It is a lie. It is a lie. Just imagine me and my lollipop business when I was in primary four. I remember I was getting like 20 naira per day. And I can remember vividly that my first stock was around 10 lollipop. And I bought that five naira. So I saved money for 3 days and I made 50 naira. I had 50 naira and I bought lollipop. 50 naira. That was not a lot of money, to be honest, because I had mates that were bringing 100, 500. So let's not even go into that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if I had waited and said, oh, if I don't have 100, if I don't have 1 million, if I don't have 100 naira, because obviously 100 naira would have been big money to me then, right? Because I had to save the 50 naira I started with for my 2020 naira allowance. If I don't have that complete money, it's not gonna work. Do you know I would have been stuck with without realizing a potential that now led to the ripple effect of the young woman I am now. Like, a lot of us believe that you have to have it all figured out. You have to have the plenty money. A lot of people, and I don't know who sold that lie to us. I genuinely do not know. And if I find that person, I will flog the person. Seriously, very serious. And then a lot of you will not say, no, it's only for tech bro. It's only for big Texas. If I'm not doing product management, if I'm not doing what's this other very popular one? Project management. If I'm not doing software engineering, I am not doing anything that I can say. Who told you that? You'll be amazed as to see. Let me embarrass myself small. Do you know that a few days ago, I went to go and search for how to make scrambled eggs on YouTube. I was amazed as to the number of videos I saw. And I saw millions. I mean, millions of views. I think one was like 5 million. I think the other one was like maybe 1 million views. The one I settled for was around like 2 or 3 million. The one I eventually watched. This is videos that people made like 5 years ago. Guess what? The people's video I watched, they are going to pay them. They are going to pay them for me watching that video. Passive income. They've made that video, they've forgotten. In fact, I know a lot of us would know Sisi Yemi. There's one Nigerian YouTuber who does cooking videos. And she raves and raves about how she's always making money. There was a time she had to take a break where she wasn't posting as much. And she just came on Twitter that day and said, hey, I just got $100 from a video I made 8 years ago. Passive income. So it's left for you to decide how exactly you want to see it. There are a few other things I know a lot of people believe. It must be online. If it is not, if my passive income is not in dollars, then it is not it. Then no, naira does not have value. I'm not going. Be sleeping. Be sleeping on your potential. Just be sleeping. When I have your time, I'll come and wake you up. I'll sprinkle water on your face. A lot of people believe if passive income is not in dollars, if I'm not a VA for people abroad, if I'm not doing kinikon, if I'm not doing surveys, if I'm not doing, I've heard things in this life. I have heard things that marvel me. Like, who told you people? Who sold that lie? I really need to find the person. I really need to find those people. I need to beat them up. Because it just makes us stay in our head. It just makes us look for all of the excuses and all of the difficulties, and we just remain there forever. And then there's the part where, oh, I don't have time. I don't have this, I don't have time. But you will watch Netflix, so you would scroll on Instagram as Met Gala that did not concern you, you are going to judge it. AMVCA that did not concern you, you are going to judge it. The one that they will post on blogs that did not concern you, and you don't have time to build systems that's going to pay you for life. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Stop it. Stop. If you know me, as you already know me now, don't do that. I don't like it. It breaks my heart. So now we're already running out of time, and I just want to tell you that if you told yourself any of these lies, it's time for you to come out of it. It's time for you to what? Come out of it. So if you've ever said to yourself, oh, I wish I knew some of these things earlier. Oh, I wish I knew that I could just create a digital product. Oh, I wish I knew I could just connect people to make money. Oh, I wish I knew how to invest so that as I have the money, I just have to keep it. I'll be getting dividend. In fact, I couldn't screenshot. Let me see if I can do that. I was going to show you people what a dashboard from one of the platforms I use look like. So I'm going to see if I can share. I can't have it on laptop, so I'm going to try and log in on my phone so I can show you what passive income looks like. And this is asset based. I hope I get it open, but this is asset based. And the beautiful thing about this book time I'm going to talk about is you don't have to figure everything out on your own. Wrong password. You do not have to figure every single thing out on your own. You have me. You have communities. You have YPFG. You have the YPFG community. You have other communities online. Funny enough, there's so many of them. Ife's community, Jennifer's community. There's so many communities that you can join. You can get value from. I think Esther, yes, Esther also does a community too. I don't think this is going to allow me show you people. Oh, okay. I don't know if people can see. If you'll be able to see, let me increase. Let me increase this. I couldn't have it on screen, but you're going to see like dollars that are has been earning from just having assets, like literally, right? So you're going to know, you're supposed to know that you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. And I'm going to introduce you to this bootcamp. Let's keep to time. I'm going to introduce you to this bootcamp, and you can learn the exact strategies of how I've grown from 5K to over 10 million. Like how I did it, what I did, where to invest in Nigeria, how you can get monthly returns, how to build your passive income system for yourself, how to move from just saving, because I know a lot of people know how to save. I know a lot of us, we're already saving, we know how to save. But there comes a time when if you want more, you have to do more. You have to literally do more. So you cannot be doing A and you expect to get B. You need to move from point A to point B, right? You need to move from where you are. You need to open up your mind to know that okay, there is something more. There's something more than just doing the same set of things every time, thinking about the same set of things every time, right? And this particular bootcamp is going to be a system that you're going to be able to replicate. And I love the fact that it's going to be a 2 days bootcamp, because I think a day is going to be around 3 to 4 hours roughly. I'm going to all the people that have already signed up, I'm going to send them mails that don't plan anything else for those days. Oh, the Saturday and Sunday, 24th and 25th of May. Don't bother yourself. Just keep it for me. For me. Let me open your eyes. Let me tear the veil. So you can see how you've been sleeping on money. You can see how you can make better decisions for yourself and benefit from it. Make better decision for yourself, and most importantly, benefit from it, right? You know how to, you know where to like plan yourself, how to plan yourself, and it is going to be for you, not for me, not for any other person that is listening, just for you alone, right? Now, let me talk. Let me. I think I want to open. Let me open up the slides. Let me open up the slides for you to see what and what. Let me see. Okay, yeah, yes. I almost forgot this part because you're going to be getting to. So I'm going to making a list. I'm not done making that list. Different apps for you to download. This is only for people in the bootcamp. The different apps you're going to download to invest in different type of things. Is it physical assets that you want? You're going to get the different apps you can use to get those assets, real estate, stocks, commercial papers, bonds. I'm going to send you the list. If you sign up, for those of you that signed up, I'm going to send you the list. You're going to download it before the class, because on the day of the class, we're going to be buying. We're going to be using money to buy. We're going to buy there and there on day two. And I'm also going to be making a few guides so that just in case for those people that are busy or maybe you did not come, you're going to understand, okay, this is the process that we followed. This is how you're going to do it. This is checklist for you to follow. All of this inside one class. And most importantly, even after the class, there's going to be a support group, because I know that some people, we don't learn with the same pace. Some people want videos, some people want audio, some people want hand holding. We're going to have that support group separate. The support group separate in another class, in another space, right? And I always try to ensure that whatever I'm doing is as informative as possible, is as useful as possible. So all of the things I've said today, if you practice 10%, you're going to see a difference in your life. You're going to, because transformation is where the whole thing, that's where the whole juice is, right? So if you're tired of trading money you're trading your time for money, if you're ready to learn how to earn, you're ready to learn how to earn without you having to show up every single day. You will work like this, you do like this. If you want to build income, you want to build income stream that support your goals where you're not actively working, then School of Investing Bootcamp is for you. It's for you. It's definitely for you. So let me take this down. Let me take this down. I'm going to put it back up again. Let me take this down so that I can show you. Yeah. So I want to show you what the bootcamp entails. Every single thing that you're going to be learning for the 2 days, I'm going to show it to you now. But let me know if you've been following. Let me know if you've been with me. Oh, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Okay, hold on. Just give me a quick moment to switch my slides. Yes, at the stage. Yeah. So what will you learn inside the School of Investing Bootcamp? Whoa. What are you going to learn inside the School of Investing Bootcamp? First things first, you're going to understand money. Understand money and your wealth. Very important. I like this one, because you will know why your money loses value. You're going to understand this. See, I love to teach with simple English, because me go, I not like grammar. I not like big English. So why exactly should I be teaching you with jargons that you will not understand? You're going to understand the difference between saving and investing and how to position yourself. Because there's sometimes when you actually need to save, oh, to be honest. Other times, after you're done with a particular threshold, move to the next one. And those mindset shift that is going to help you to grow your money, we're going to talking about it. Next, we're going to move into like the investing landscape. So I'm going to walk you through the different places you can invest. So let's talk about stocks, real estate, mutual funds, crypto, how you can pick the one that would work for you, how you would know, okay, what is working, what is not working, how to avoid, see, this part, how to avoid scam. I've seen a lot of us make silly mistakes because we did not know, right? And then we're going to now move to module 3, where we're going to talk about the stock market particularly. So I know that there's ETFs, what's it called? There is not ETF, I don't want to say ETFs. There's real estate, there's mutual funds, there's treasury bills, there's commercial paper. We're going to touch on all of that. But we're also going to hammer on the stock market because that is one passive income stream that everybody is sleeping on. See, how can only 4.9% of 200 million be investing in passive income? So the remaining 90% of us are working like moles. No, now, come on. So why the stock market moves, how it moves, how you can understand different terms you need to know, and where to start investing. And this is where I said we are going to actually do practical, like I mean practical there and there. We're going to be doing a lot of practical so that you by yourself, even if you don't have direction anymore, if you say, oh no, I'm not doing again, you're going to have something to fall back to. And then because investing is personal, everybody will be able to build their own personal portfolios. And you're going to know, okay, if I am like this is what I need. If I'm like this is what I need. If I'm like this is what I'm going to do. And then you will know exactly what to buy, what to check, when to sell, when not to sell, how to balance your portfolio. And then on the day two, this is where we're going to now move into the different investment strategies, how you can start with your 10K, how you can know different between active and passive investing. So there are different types of investing. So there's the one where you're doing it every day, you're coming, you're checking, you're buying, you're selling. But there's the one where people like us that do like stress. We go, we invest our money, we walk away. We come back when it's time for us to pack our money. And how you can create a very, very realistic plan. So you know that, okay, I only have 5K every month. I only have 10K every month. I only have 100K. I only have 1 million every month to invest. This is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I want to achieve. But most importantly, it's very important for us to know that in as much as we need to learn the things that would move us to the next step, we need to know those things that will take us 2 steps backward. Because I see a lot of people that only teach, this is what you're supposed to do. This is the next step. What about the ones that are going to take you 10 steps back? You need to know. Imagine people putting all of their eggs in one basket. So you bought 30 whole eggs for 6,000 naira, for 7,000 naira. You now carry the egg in one basket and you're running kitty kata kitty. If you fall and those eggs break, what is going to happen to you? Your money gone. So you need to know risk management and avoid mistakes. How to spot red flags, how to know which one is Ponzi and which one is not Ponzi. Questions to ask so that when let's say your pastor, sorry for pastor, using pastor, but let's say your pastor is telling you that this thing is good, this thing is good. By the time you ask these questions and you don't get answers, what do? You run. And you learn how to buy, how to sell, how to hold, because we're going to be doing the practical on day two. So module 5 to module 8 is for day 2. And then you would know the practical step-by-step things that you need, because this is like the 7th module is just practical all through that hour. We're going to be taking everybody along because that day, if I catch anybody that's not investing, I will pursue you. Sorry, I'm not that. But really, 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 why would you do that type of thing? And then most importantly, following up, knowing what to do, how to stay consistent and whatnot, right? So if you know that you want to learn how to invest, you want to start building passive income, you want to be serious with your life, with your money in 2025, then you want to join the School of Investing Bootcamp. You really, really do want to join the School of Investing Bootcamp. So how exactly do you join the School of Investing Bootcamp? How exactly do you join the School of Investing Bootcamp? That's a very, very good question. If you want to join the School of Investing Bootcamp today, you can join for just 30,000 naira. It's not a lot of money. Compared to you going to go and put all your money in Ponzi and losing it, compared to you not knowing what to do next, if you join from now to May 17th, you're going to be paying just 30,000 naira. It's not plenty money. It's actually not a lot of money. What am I doing? Okay. It's actually not a lot of money compared to what you're going to be learning, compared to the aftercare, compared to the tools and resources you're going to be getting. So I'd like to find out, very simple, how many of us would love to join this particular bootcamp? Let me see if I should open up. If I get like 5 people, I can open up a bonus for you. I'll give you only 5 of you the code, and then you go clear your cart with a 10% bonus, 10% discount rather. How many of us would love to join this bootcamp? We get up to 5 people, I give you a 10% discount. I give you a discount code that you would use when you're checking out to join this class. So we have one person now. Let me take down that name. You're going to get, once you have 5 people, you get a 10% discount. Anyone else? Started. Beautiful. So let's move on to the next section where I'll be asking, do you have questions? Do you have questions? So I know I saw a question earlier. Someone said I saw about 8K. Oh, that's not long ago now. That was like 10, 15 years ago. It's almost 15. That was Jonathan when it was. Okay, so Esther says, I see myself doing asset based. I see myself doing asset based, starting small, product based. Okay, where would catering business start? It depends on you where you want your catering business to start, because you can actually do catering as a product based or a service based. Why do I say a product based? You could actually teach people how to do catering. That'll be product based. So you create something that people might be interested in, and then you serve them. Or you go ahead to do service based, whereby you become a liaison, you have a team, they cook, you supply. So that's also service. So it depends on you, right? So anybody else has a question? Let me see. We're already past the 1 hour mark. We're 6 minutes in, and it's time for us to go. So I'd love to know if you have any questions and who else is going to taking up my discount so that we can call it a very beautiful evening. Okay, so another question has popped up, which is there a particular session of discussing real estate and probably a guide on how to get? Yes, I mentioned that. I mentioned we're going to be talking about different types of investment. So I already said stocks, mutual funds, crypto. Yes, real estate is also involved. Gold is also involved in this conversation. And that is why I said I'm going to send in the list of apps that everybody needs to download when they join the program, because we're going to be using, no, there's no one app that has all the applications in one, that has all the type of investment in one. For some of them, you have to download a particular app to get real estate investment, either foreign or local ones. There's some of them you have to get, download them, you might only see 2 or 3 options, and that's why I said there are different apps we're going to download, because yes, there are different options we're going to talk about. So gold, real estate, mutual funds, dividend, ETF, crypto, we're going to talk about them. So it is not a stocks class. This is not a stocks class. This is an investing class. This is an investing class, not a stocks class, right? So let me see. Okay, let's get in another question. Okay, so Amy, does that answer your question? Okay, does anyone have any other questions? So we call it an evening in the next 2 minutes. Okay, 1 minute, 30 seconds actually. Let me check. Okay. All right, so we don't have any other questions as at 9:11. This is 9. Okay, it's not up to 2 minutes yet. So, but yes. Before you go, let me know if you got any value from this class. I asked us at the beginning of the class that I want to know what you're going to be taking out of this class. Did you get any value from this class? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, so I need to check. Is anybody using the chat? Some of the other email. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. I'm going to see you very soon. Bye for now. Oh, I really appreciate how you explain investment types and don't forget in a while. Oh, thank you so much, Bimi, for that comment. I see a lot of other people that are here and not saying anything. So I do hope you got value for your time. It's right about the 2 minutes mark I mentioned. And I'm going to be saying goodbye.